my partners here, Detective Miller and Detective Stark. I am here with the family of Lavon Darnell Sewell. This is related to homicide HPD case number 038-05621. This is to detail this particular incident that occurred on January 9th, 2021, Saturday morning at approximately 2:49 hours. Houston Police South Central patrol officers were dispatched to the 2800 block of San Jacinto Street related to a drive-by shooting call for service. Patrol officers arrived on scene at approximately 2:51 hours in the morning and discovered one male with an apparent gunshot wound. At the 1100 block of McKinney Street, officers immediately began to perform CPR on the victim. The Houston Fire Department arrived shortly after and declared the victim deceased at 0258 hours, 2:58 hours in the morning. The male victim is identified as Lavon Darnell Sewell, 26-year-old male. Lavon was with 3 friends that night of the incident. All 3 witnesses were interviewed by homicide detectives on the day of. It was learned that Lavon, along with 2 other friends, visited several nightclubs in the Houston area the night of the incident. Lavon met with a 3rd friend outside Space nightclub at approximately 3:38 hours and walked across the street from the Space nightclub along San Jacinto Street. Lavon then walked east on McKinley Street, where he and his friend began to walk north along McKinley Street. As Lavon and his friend approached a stop sign at McKinley and Fannin, they observed a male standing at the stop sign. The male is described as a black male with red hoodie and possible jeans, standing at the stop sign. As Lavon and his friend began to approach closer to the intersection, the male at the stop sign presented a firearm and began to shoot in the direction of Lavon. The male suspect, according to witnesses, ran west along Fannin Street. At this time, there is no motive, or the motive is unclear. There is no indication that anything was taken from Lavon, indicating that a robbery occurred. There were no altercations prior to the shooting. That is believed to be related to this particular incident. Lavon Sewell was an innocent victim in this homicide. The Houston Police Department, in our investigation, along with the family of Lavon Sewell, will request the help of the public. We do have information that there were possibly 2 Hispanic males driving a black Chevy Silverado truck at the intersection of Fannin and McKinley that may have witnessed the incident. We would like to speak to the 2 Hispanic males to collect more information about the incident. I will make it very clear here that these males are not in any type of trouble. We just believe that the information, what they see, may be able to render a lot of information, a significant amount of information to this particular incident. Just to conclude here, we are asking Crime Stoppers, we have Crime Stoppers on board, that anyone with any information related to the death of Lavon Sewell, please contact Crime Stoppers at 713-222-TIPS TIPS or HPD Homicide 713-308-3600. Also, you can contact Detective Stark or Miller or myself, Prasad, 713-308-3683. Be clear that there is up to a $5,000 reward for the any information leading to the arrest and conviction of the suspects responsible for Lavon Darnell Sewell's murder. At this point, I'd like to introduce Mom, Mrs. Fountain, to say a couple words.
So I've always seen mothers on the news and always wondered how they could stand there and talk about their baby. I said I would never have the strength to do it. But now I understand, because you have to pull the strength from somewhere if it's gonna help solve the case. I'm so broken. Everybody in Houston is talking about how he's their brother, their best friend, and how he was so amazing. He was all of those things, but before he was an up-and-coming artist, he was just my poo. He was just my baby. such a close bond. He still would sit on my lap and hug me when he came home. He will wear my house shoes. Everybody thinks he's so cool, but he always wore my pink house shoes when he came home. So, please, if you know anything, if you've seen anything, if you were involved, please speak up and say something. This is not just another case. He was our family. He was my baby. He was my baby. If you pause and you have doubt, just cover up his face and put the closest person that you love face there. This could be your mom or your son. Just think, what would you want to do if you knew that your family member was shot dead in the street and died alone? Oh, please, we can give more than $5,000. We can give whatever we need to give. Please say something. Please tell the police something. My heart is broken. But if we don't find who did it, I don't see how I'm gonna go on. I don't see it. So please.
I want to say to everyone that Levon was more than what y'all saw. He was an excellent kid. He was a great son. He was more than just what you saw. He was more than just an artist. When he came home, he was our son. He cut the grass. I know what you see, but we saw something different. This became his second home. He loved Houston. He loved Detroit. He's from the D, but he loved Houston as well. And he was a gift to us as well as to this whole city. Whoever knows anything about this, I need for Houston, I need for y'all to come together and stand up as one. If y'all say y'all love Levon like y'all say y'all love Levon, then stand up. Somebody seen something. Just say something. It doesn't even have to take your name. Just call the Crime Stoppers hotline and give an anonymous tip to someone should be brought to justice for this. It was uncalled for. I don't understand it. We don't understand the things that happen today. But this right here, it shouldn't have happened at all. Could y'all please stand up and just have justice for my son?
And I need to say one more thing. This is one of his babies, Kylie. No. She's holding a picture. Pass me that picture. Just give it to me. These are his two babies. So, like, he was my baby, but he was their dad. He'll never get to see them graduate or go on a date. So please do or say something. Money is not an object, I promise you. Please.
Anybody? I think that's it. We'd like to thank everybody for meeting today. We can conclude at this point unless any family members have anything to add in person. Would you like to add anything, ma'am? Okay. I'd like to conclude conference at this point. Thank you.